So good morning from Disturbia, 4th of January, 2023. This video is going to be about the accursed thing. In Deuteronomy 7 we read, "The graven images of their gods shall you burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. For it is an abomination to the Lord thy God. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be an accursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing." So if we go over to Joshua, we read about the triumph of Joshua and the Hebrew people over Jericho. Now I'm in chapter 6, verse 18. "And you in any wise keep yourselves from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves accursed when you take of the accursed thing, and make the camp of Israel a curse, and trouble it. But all the silver and gold and vessels of brass and iron are consecrated unto the Lord. They shall come into the treasury of the Lord." So the people shouted when the priests blew the trumpets. And it came to pass, when the people heard the sound of the trumpets, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. And they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and ass, with the edge of the sword. But Joshua said unto the two men that had spied out the country, "Go into the harlot's house, and bring out thence the woman and all that she hath, as ye swore unto her." So they took out Rahab and all that she had, and then they burnt the city with fire, and all that was therein, only the silver and the gold and the vessels of brass and of iron they put into the treasury of the house of the Lord. And Joshua saved Rahab the harlot alive, and her father's household, and all that she had, and she dwelleth in Israel even unto this day. And Joshua adjured them at that time, saying, "Cursed be the man before the Lord that rises up and buildeth this city Jericho. He shall lay the foundation thereof in his firstborn, and in his youngest son shall he set up the gates of it." So the Lord was with Joshua, and his fame was noised throughout all the country. Now the thing about this foundation sacrifice is that it is done unto this day. It is done unto this day. I believe that's what the sacrifice of Mozart was. It was a foundation sacrifice. No one knows where his bones are, and especially his head and his skull, and God knows what. They took off probably his hands and feet. That's what they do. And this is what World War I and II were all about, the foundation of Israel on the blood of the children of Israel. You see how that worked? The children of Jacob, Israel, had to die so that Satan would give his children, the Edomite Jews, the land of Canaan to call their own in a grand theft of identity and land and lives, which still have to be avenged. So then we learn in chapter 7 that there were men that went up to Ai, i.e., I don't know how you pronounce it, AI, like artificial intelligence. 36 men were smitten. Joshua 7:6. And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord until the eventide, he and the elders of Israel, and put dust on their heads. And Joshua said, Alas, O Lord God, wherefore hast thou at all brought this people over Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us? Would to God we had been content and dwelt on the other side of Jordan. O Lord, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ us around, and cut off our name from the earth. What wilt thou do unto thy great name? Now this is similar to what Moses had said prior. What goes around comes around. The thing that hath been is a thing that shall be. There's nothing new under the sun. And the Lord said unto Joshua, Get thee up. Wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel hath sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. For they have taken of the accursed thing. They have stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it even amongst their own stuff. Therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you any more, except ye destroy the accursed from among you. Not only were the Israelites charged with driving out the accursed Canaanites from among them, but also within their own ranks. And then skip down a little bit, it says, verse 13, toward the end, Thou canst not stand before thine enemies until ye take away the accursed thing from among you. It's no different today. We have got accursed things among us, we Israelites have. One thing is calling ourselves Jews. Just think about it. 16. So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was taken. And he brought the family of Judah, and he took the family of the Zerhites. And he brought the family of the Zerhites, man by man, and Zabdi was taken. And he brought his household man by man, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, was taken. And Joshua said unto Achan, My son, I pray thee, give glory to the Lord God of Israel, and make confession unto him, and tell me now what thou hast done. Hide it not from me. And Achan answered Joshua and said, Indeed, I have sinned against the Lord God of Israel, and thus have I done. When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonish garment, 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight, then I coveted them, and took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it. So what happened? I coveted. What did he see? Gold and garments. So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran unto the tent, and behold, it was hid in his tent, and the silver under it. And they took them out of the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Joshua and to all the children of Israel, and laid them out before the Lord. And Joshua and all Israel took him Achan, the son of Zerah, and the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, and his sons, and his daughters, and his oxen, and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had. And they brought them unto the valley of Achor. And Joshua said, Why hast thou troubled us? The Lord shall trouble thee this day. And all Israel stoned him with stones, and burned them with fire, after they had stoned them with stones. And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day. So the Lord turned from the fierceness of his anger, wherefore the name of that place was called the Valley of Achor unto this day. Interesting is, the man who troubled Israel was a man of Judah, the son of Zerah, the twin brother of Pharez, whose mother was Tamar the Edomite, whose union with Judah was incestuous. And we are told that the Messiah was born of this incestuous Edomite relationship. The name Pharez means breach. And as I was thinking about the accursed thing and the issue of Judah, which was incestuous, which means confusion. It's Babel. It's Babylon. I thought, or it was brought to my mind, that the eyes of the Lord go to and fro throughout the earth to find one man who will stand in the breach, which is the meaning of the name Pharez. It means breach. And make up the hedge. Now, here's from Ezekiel 13. Thus saith the Lord God, Woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. Who is a fox? Who did Messiah call a fox? Was it not Herod, the Edomite? People will say, Herod wasn't an Edomite. His mother was a Nabatean. Look it up. Nabateans were in Edom. It's just like saying, our father is not an Israelite. He was of Ephraim. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord. They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, The Lord saith, and the Lord hath not sent them. They have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Have ye not seen a vain vision? Have ye not spoken a lying divination, whereas ye say, The Lord hath seen it, albeit I have not spoken? Therefore thus saith the Lord God, because ye have spoken vanity and seen lies, therefore behold, I am against you, saith the Lord God. And my hand shall be upon the prophets that see vanity and that divine lies. They shall not be in the assembly of my people, neither shall they be written in the writing of the house of Israel, neither shall they enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord God. Even because they have seduced my people, saying peace, and there was no peace. And one built up a wall, and lo, others daubed it with untempered mortar. What comes to mind? The wall, the Tower of Babel. Untempered mortar, it will fall, build back better. Say unto them which daub it with untempered mortar, that it shall fall, and there shall be an overflowing shower, and ye, O great hailstones, shall fall, and a stormy wind shall rend it. So what is the moral of this story? If we are touching unclean and accursed things and lies, Israel will be disempowered. Why is Israel disempowered? Why? Because we believe we're Jews? Because we believe we're under the Talmudic law? Because we believe that circumcision is the covenant with the Lord God Almighty? Is this not an accursed, bloody thing? Doctrines of demons that cannot save.